Losing confidence in yourself can be just as easy as second-guessing your decisions. Whether it's a big life choice or something as simple as texting somebody back, indecision steals your peace and your confidence. My name's Elizabeth Patera, and I run a mental wellness community of 400 Christian women, and I'm getting my master's in counseling, so I've seen firsthand how decisiveness can change everything. Today, I'm going to give you the top 3 steps to stop overthinking and to start making your decisions with confidence in God. Let's get right into it. So we know that hesitation leads to doubt and doubt leads to inaction. The longer that you wait for perfect clarity, the harder that it gets to move forward with things. Confidence isn't found in overanalyzing. It's found in trusting God as you take action. So let's get right into step number 1, shifting your mindset. Indecision is a decision, ladies, and that is the first thing that we're going to understand here. James 1:8 says, "He is a double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways." When we stay stuck in our overthinking, we're not avoiding a decision, we're not pushing it off, we're choosing fear and doubt over our faith. Think about it. If you've ever delayed responding a text because you didn't know what to say, only to be left feeling guilty about not saying anything as the days and the weeks go on. If you've ever spent days debating a decision and in the end you still weren't any more sure about what you were thinking about or the decision you were going to make from when you began. The longer that we sit in indecision, the more we allow fear to control us instead of trusting that God is handling our actions after we make them. So a great action step for this step number 1 is to recognize that waiting for that perfect clarity or that aha moment is actually keeping you stuck. And instead, ask yourself in your prayer time, am I waiting because I truly need wisdom, or am I avoiding the discomfort of making a decision right now? Step number 2 is to make the best decision that you can with the wisdom that you have. I know that sounds easier said than done, but many of us think that we need to know everything. We need to know every part of the plan before we make a decision about something, but that's just not how faith works. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths." And I know that we see this verse a lot and we read it and we say, yep, that's the truth, but do we ever really apply it? Notice how that verse doesn't say, wait until you fully understand everything and then move forward. It says to trust him and move forward. He will direct as you go. If you're making a decision, do your due diligence. Of course, pray about it. Seek wise counsel. Think through the pros and the cons, but don't stay there forever. Don't stay there for a prolonged period of time. God doesn't expect perfection, but he expects faithfulness from us. So a great action step for number 2 is, instead of asking, what if I get this wrong, ask, based on what I know right now, what is the wisest step forward? And God, how can you lead me in this decision after I have just made it? And lastly, ladies, number 3 is going to be stop second guessing and trust God with the outcome. This is honestly an answer for a lot of these videos that I make. Stop second guessing and trust God. Let God. After we decide something, I know that it's easy to replay what we did in our heads multiple times. And do you know why I know this? It's because I've been there, I've done that, and I still do that sometimes, unfortunately. But the truth is that God is really much bigger than our mistakes. And Romans 8:28 reminds us beautifully. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. So if you're seeking God and making the best decision that you can with the wisdom that you have, he will use your decision or your action for your good and his glory. Even if you make a choice that isn't the absolute best, because that is going to be the case in our lives. We are human and we make mistakes. I make mistakes probably daily. God is leading us. If you're praying to him, if you're asking for his wisdom, he will make it good. You are not powerful enough. Let me say this again. You're not powerful enough to ruin his plan for your life. Instead of second guessing, make your decision and move in faith. And a great action step for this last step, number 3, is to just stop looking back. Once you've made that decision, make it, stand by it, don't look back. Don't ask yourself, did I make the wrong choice? Don't second guess yourself. Ask yourself, how can I trust God in the choice that I just made? Use that in your prayers. So ladies, making decisions with confidence isn't always easy, but it's not about knowing what the perfect next thing to do is. It's not about knowing every single piece of the plan. And I know that that's not always easy, but we trust that our God is leading us and moving us forward. So let's quickly go over those 3 steps that we just talked about. 1, indecision is a decision. 2, make the best choice that you can with the wisdom that you have at the moment. And 3, stop second guessing and trust God and move forward. So ladies, let me know in the comments, what's something that you are indecisive about right now? Let's give each other some advice. Let's lift each other up. Until next week, I hope everybody is having a great week.